Hi guys, so today I have a new set to share with you guys from Diamond Press on HSN. It is the She Shed Stamps and Dies, and Diamond Press did send these items free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you guys for using those. If you would like, let's open this up. I'm so curious, so cute. Just such a cute name. Look at that. It's like a little barn, like a shed. Of course, you have the different pieces for the roof for the top there, little fence pieces, this sweet little door, window. We'll see what that is. Looks like maybe like a little bush or something. I don't know. Oh, little like lace fringe kind of thing. Let's see what the stamps are so we can pair them up. Super sweet. So again, these are items that are HSN now, kind of ramping up towards the craft day there. Let's see here. Well, okay. Well, no, let's look at these. So it comes with your cutting folder. Of course, these dies will go through any machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies. Let's look at this one first. So we have our main piece here that you can decorate your little shed with. We have like a wood grain. Oh, they're little lights. That's why I can tell the little bottom was kind of rounded, so that's so cute. Welcome, She Shed. More texture, a little birdie, a little like a branch. It looks almost like a cherry blossom branch, and it might be hard to see. Sorry, guys. We have if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. Thank you for helping me grow. The world needs more of you. Life is better with friends like you. What a beautiful friendship we have grown. Oh, that's so sweet. May good things grow all year long. Friend and hello and miss you. And the little wheelbarrow there with some flowers, like tulips and things. Little daffodils. A little sign. Oh, okay, that's the one that looks a little, it is like a little flower, or like a little wrought iron decoration. Depends on how you do that. Little pots. Adorable. Okay, so those are the dies. Pretty much dies for everything. Oh, even the little sign. Cute. And then we have some instruction here. So they're saying you want to cut it and then stamp it, or stamp and then cut, however you like to do that, in whatever order you like to do that. We have the roof. Look at this. And then the little shutters. Okay, that's what that one little piece is. Oh, and that's what that texture is there. This texture that we saw here is for the shutters, the doors, the window, and then you just have it together. And then, you know, decorate it as you will with all your little goodies here. So they have some examples of, oh, look at putting the welcome on there, or like She Shed, or, oh, look at this. So cute. Oh, did I miss one? I did. I think I overlooked one of these guys. Anyhow, just super adorable. Yeah, there it is. Here's the other one that looks like a little chandelier. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I suppose that one too. Oh, like a little more of a sconce chandelier. Look at that. That is so cute. So I totally was like, oh, it's like a flower. Maybe a wrought iron item. But yeah, I mean, either way. And then you just decorate it up however you like. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So I'm going to grab some papers and we will jump right in. Okay, I think I'm first going to do a little pink house. And you know what? I think this will be something I can do that with. Okay. And I think I'll stamp first and then we'll go from there, because that's as far as I've thought this went out so far. I'm going to do this. And a little roof. And of course the house has to be pink. You know what? Let me see how I'm going to put this paper on here. I'd rather put it this way, knowing that sometimes they have some extra on that, on the die, so I want to have enough room for whatever the die needs to do. And if for some reason I don't have enough room, I'll just stamp it again. And so I'm just going to stamp that guy right there. And I'm grabbing a brown ink just to make it a little more rustic. Sorry, I'm inking it up here. Put that back in there. I'm not going to be too picky with how this stamps, because it's a barn, or a she shed. Can be a little rustic. Aww. Pretty great. And then this little guy, I don't know if it's going to work. Let me see if I have enough paper on here. Sorry, I'm replacing things. I know sometimes I'll leave little stamps here and there, and I have a collection of little stamps that I forgot to put back on their carrier, so whenever I come back across them, I'll put them back. And that's not the best So I try to put them back on. Okay, that's good. So again, I'll ink it up with the same ink. Let's see how this goes. That's our basic thing. I think I'll do white trims, so like the little door and things. I did want to point out in the die, I believe the door hinges, which is really cute. Look at that. So nice and crisp. And okay. For now, I'll put that to the side. Put this back over here. It's pretty cleaned off. I did clean it off with my thumb. It's a bad habit. Sorry. There we go. And this little guy, look how cute this is. It has like score lines, so it's going to cut here and then it just opens up the door. So if you want to open it like this or leave it closed like this, you can do that. It hinges both ways. Or, you know, you can make it so that your recipient can open it, I suppose. Oh, this is nice. I'm trying to see like how much line it actually needs. I think they overstamped it a little bit, like they made it a little bit bigger so that wherever you place this, it'll be okay, you know, which is really nice. Again, you can cut yourself an aperture. It looks so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put this down here. It's a little early in the morning for my excitement. Alright. Oh, sorry guys. That was a little bit loud. And then we'll put that there. And then this guy, same thing. It looks like the stamp is a little bit larger so that when you bring this in, I mean, if you're up here or down here, you're still going to catch some. So I would, you know, split the difference, but you'll be fine. You'll still get that area. So I'm going to cut this out right quick. Funny enough, in the last video I did for Die and Press, I did use the new folder that came in the kit, which I hardly ever do. I always use like an older folder, just so you guys can see that they still cut even if they're warped some. And then I had a comment from a subscriber or a person watching asked if it's okay, basically, that the folders sometimes curl, and I was like, the only time, probably the only time other than reviewing the marquee the first time that I use like a brand new folder. And of course, because, you know, I like to show you guys that you can get this, get your machine, and take an older one. Let's see, this one's not that well loved. I mean, this one has more cuts in it, at least. And, you know, there it is. And so what I was trying to say in that comment too is that I didn't do anything special. You saw me, I just put the paper, I put the die in, I ran it through. So it just depends. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, you know. And it cuts just as well. I mean, the folders, I'm telling you, they last forever. And then at that, Die and Press always gives you a new folder pretty much in every kit. Sorry, okay, so I'll just roll this one through and I will be right back. Okay. Oh, my goodness. How cute. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. I would say I did have a little bit of overstamping just right here because, like I said, I just eyeballed it. I don't know if you can see a little tiny. But we're going to cover that anyway. If you open the door, obviously it's going to be on the back side. And if you use your toppers, you're going to cover it up anyhow. So not a big deal. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, let me grab some papers for like the card base, and then we'll start working from there. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make a mini slimline. We haven't done one of those in a while. So for me, a mini slimline is 3.5 by 6, where normally a slimline is like 3.5 by 8.5. So I cut that down. It's just a 7 by 6 inch piece of paper, scored at 3.5 inches on the 7-inch side. And then we have this little topper. I believe I cut this at 3 3/8 by 5 7/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch all around smaller. If you like quarters, you would do 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. And then what I'm gonna do is emboss this. Now, looking ahead, I can see that if we do the stamping, obviously you want a surface that's not bumpy, right? But we'll do something different for that part. So for now, I'm going to emboss this. This paper is pretty thin, and when I used these embossing folders the other day, or yesterday, they need a little bit thicker. So what I'm going to do is just take this scrap paper, and I was going to cut it, and I thought, I'll show you how I'm going to do this. I'm just literally putting it in here, and I'm just going to use the folder to help me cut it. Not even taking the time to actually cut that. And I'm just putting that in there just to shim this, because again, this is kind of like a thin paper, and that'll help us emboss a little bit better. And I'm just using this Vianney embossing folder, And let's roll that through very slowly so don't shake the camera too much. Otherwise I just crank them out. And let me see. Aw, so sweet. So I try to show you guys as well as I can. Sometimes my camera can get it, sometimes, you know, it just depends. There it is. And I guess I can put this here for a second. So that's gonna be my background. I figure it's a little kind of outdoorsy with the green and the how cute. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down while I have it here, and then we'll move on from there. And I'll be right back since this glue's fighting me. I'm just gonna glue it down. Okay, so I have that. And then we're gonna place our little guy, you know, you can even go in this direction, right, if you want it to be up and down. Cute. Put your sentiment. I'm gonna orient it this way, and I think I'm gonna put her on this side, so just right up there. Might be sticking out the top a little bit. Very cute. So, like I said, I can't really stamp into there quite yet. We have a few other little items that we also want to cut, so let me, I might be using this again, so I'm gonna put that to the side. And just trying to figure out where this little guy goes. Probably right there. We have the doors, and again, they cut their own things. So if you have this, as you can see, the stamp set, you have that, and this guy. So this you would just cut, okay? And so I'm going to cut from white paper, which I'm just going to use the other portion that I cut off of my card. So I'll cut 2 of these because we need 2 doors, and then oh, the little window's so cute. So I'll cut white, this one also from the window, for the window. And then we have other things to decorate with, so we can do that in a minute. If you are going to use the shutters, I believe this is the one you're going to use for the shutter. Let me see. That looks about right. I can show you what that looks like. Oh, look at this one. It has the whitewash. That's so cute. But I start with brown, so I'm going to go with that. But adorable with the whitewash. And on this one, what you're going to do is go ahead and stamp a couple of these, and then again, just I'm gonna just eyeball it, but however you like to do that. You would take your die and cut that. And I wonder why my glue wants to fight me. I didn't put the little stopper back in. So that one will have 1, 2 shutters. So just like we did before, oopsie. I'll just take that, cut it out, and you have plenty of overage, you know, so you can get that done really easily. So let me cut those out, and I'll be right back, and we'll talk about how I'm going to stamp inside of this. It's come out so crisp and clean. Look at that. Adorable. So we have our 2 doors, and I'll play with that in just a minute. And then the little piece of window, I guess I can pop this in here. So for me, I'm going to put the chandelier, I think, just at the bottom part. And what I'm going to do is back this up and then do it that way. So you do have the die for the chandelier, so you don't have to stamp right directly on your project. You know, you can just stamp and cut it and then pop it in behind there. So, however, but I do have that texture back there and stuff, so I'm just going to finish this off with another scrap of paper that's going to fit behind here. So I chose this yellow paper. I was kind of debating this yellow because it's kind of bright, and another one that's going to go behind there so it looks like it's illuminated on the inside, right? But I want it to be pretty much right to the edge there. And this, and I can cut this after I've cut it down. It really pretty much has to line up directly at that bottom so it won't be in the way, you know, so I have to line this up real nice. And I'm going to trim away all the extra stuff in just a second. So this is just how I'm doing this. Of course, you don't have to do this. And I think, now that I think about it, do I want the doors open? I go and open my little doors. They're so cute. Or even one open and one closed, however it is that you want to do that. So that's going to change the design, of course, of my card because I have this mini slimline, so maybe I'll pop it in the middle. You know, how cute is that? Of course, you can just keep it down. And then this guy you can put on this side, or however, oops, sorry, not like that, like this. Or, of course, glue them on the other side, depending which side you're using. Or if you want the doors to, you know, open and close, then you probably want to cover both sides, right? Super cute. What I'm going to do is take a pencil, just make a line right here. So I made a faint line, And I'm going to take the bigger chandelier. So cute. Now you can definitely use a stamping tool for this. But I am going to live on the wild side. I'm just going to stamp it here. And I'm just going to kind of see where the middle... I'm sorry if my head gets in the way at all, because I got to put this in front of me so I can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to push that down. And if that doesn't work out again, I'll do it again. Oh my gosh, you guys, how adorable is that little chandelier? So sweet. And if you can see, I stamped it just above the line, just so it's not just right there where I put my project. I know this eraser is not good, so let me find an eraser that won't make a problem for me. I'll be right back. So I'm just going to erase my little line, okay? So that was a little trickery in that one, just because of the way I decided to do my card base and everything, so this is just something else. And so I'm gonna glue this down, then I'm gonna trim the edges away, I think is what I'll do. And this could also be popped up. It doesn't have to be right on there, you know, you can pop this up. That looks very cute. As you can see, it gives it a little room. I'm gonna glue this down. Right down at the bottom. And one of the examples, they had a blue bottom and a yellow at the top, so it looks like the light's up here, and the bottom is just like the inside of the barn or however. So I mean, you can back this up with lots of different colors or however you want to do it. I'm going to let that dry a little more, but once it's dry, I'm just going to come in, and I kind of angle my scissors like this so I can kind of get them in behind the pink paper a little bit. So I'm really trimming away just behind there. Does that make sense? So I'm kind of getting in a little behind the pink. You see that? Just kind of letting it come forward so I can get my scissors behind there. And that way you get a nice cut. Okay, I'll do the same thing on this other side. Okay. I'm still being a little gingerly careful with it because VersaFine takes a long time to dry. So I think I'll probably glue the doors down. Maybe, or just leave them like that. You know, I don't know. But I am going to glue this to the inside. Theoretically, you don't have to even put this on the inside. You can just leave it that way and just do the outside, I guess. However you want to do this. But I'm going to put this on here. Especially if you want to leave the doors to open and close, which is really cute. So I have this. And I'll do the same thing with the other side. Oh my gosh, so adorable. I'll do the same thing on this other side and I'll be right back. Okay. So let's get our little shutters on, and then we'll decide what we want to do for sentiment and things like that. Super cute. I'm just going to put glue here, make it a little bit easier. So adorable. And we can... There you go. And you know, do you want your roof popped up or just flat? If you want to pop it up, you can definitely put dimensionals on the back of that. Just pop it on. I think it's designed to overlap a little bit, yeah. So I'm just going to pop it on there. And then I think I'm going to do the string of lights. And then maybe even another string of lights to go on the card itself. So there's going to be some on here, but some off to the side too. I think that'd be really sweet. Just going to make sure this little guy is on here. Straight as he can. Show you in the back. It's just a little bit there. Now, in some of the examples, they have it stamped in here like your sentiment, but I'm going to put my sentiment off to the side, so I'm just going to stick this little guy down. And I think I'm ready to do that. Oh, the top sticks out a little bit, so I'm not going to put too much glue there. Let's see if I glue the door open. Maybe like about here. So cute. Okay, I'm going to hold this down for a little bit. I think about what my sentiment would be, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'll put these little guys to the side. And I'm going to do a little string of lights, and I'm going to, like I said, do it twice, and maybe I'll use a portion of it on the card. Okay, let's get our string lights. Here it is. We also have a little branch that you can also kind of decorate in there. Little bird. So I'm just going to stamp this one twice and let it dry because I'm going to use a hybrid ink and it needs to be dry to use alcohol inks. Now, I mean, you can color them in with whatever you like. You can probably even stamp them on paper that's already colored because this is black and let's say you want their lights to be pink or something or whatever. I would stamp it on pink paper and your lights will be colored in. There we go. Alright, and then I'm just going to do another set and let them dry and I'll be right back. Okay, actually I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and use one of these aqua shimmer pens. This one's Midas Touch, so it's going to have a little bit of gold and I think that's what I'm going to color them in with. And then I went ahead and stamped the word welcome because what I'll do is I'll take the little die with the little sign and cut that out and I stamped it. Sorry, yeah, so I stamped it in pink just to add another little cuteness to it. This guy, you know, I'm going to work with it very lightly, so it's a good thing I used the hybrid ink because this is water-based, and I'm just going to add a little touch of shimmer, okay? So it's going to be very gossamer, right? And with these guys, you want to be careful because they can put a lot of color out, so I'm just making sure I'm just getting the smallest amount. I'm not really squeezing it out of my project, I'm squeezing it more like over here. Maybe even on this surface so I have it ready. Okay, and I'm going to wait for that to dry and then we'll cut everything out. Okay, so all we're going to do is cut these little guys out. Now let's see, on this one. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I can see right through there, and so I think, you know, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to tape that down. And on the other ones, I'm going to see how well we can see through it, and that'll let me know if I need to do an aperture and then do this or however. Look how cute. You know, that's pretty easy to see through there. But at the same time, I don't want too much of the white space underneath and not enough at the top or something like that. So I am going to run this through a scrap of paper and show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take that. And where should I put this? Maybe here. So see, we're just going to do that. It's just a little scrap paper I'm pop in there. And let's go. And we're just going to use it as a little tool to help us cut really well. And look how cute. I mean, you can use that as a drop shadow. Like I said, if you ever want to do this and you want to use that piece and use a color that coordinates or that would work, and then you can use it. So what we're going to do is flip this open, and all we're going to do is look through here and look at that. Pretty good. I think that's where I would want this to be. And again, I wasn't sure how much white space I would have on top or on bottom. And then make sure that pops in, basically, back where you need it. And then we add some tape so this doesn't move. And we can run that through. So I just added a little tape, so it's holding this down. There's a little bit of tape there anyway, but it's also holding this area. Making sure we're taping that real well. And holding that, and this little guy's already taped down. And so I'll just run that through, and then I'll run through the second one, same way. Pop this out. And we have our perfect little cut. I'll do the same thing for this other guy, just reuse this and layer it where I need to, and then let's look at our little guy. Oh, our little sign. So sweet. Okay. Hold this little guy up. Cute. So I wanted one for like the card like that, and then this little guy can go in here somewhere or however, but aw, that is adorable. I think I'll do this one this way because I have that one going this way. And then I was going to glue these down, but with a dimensional, that way it has some dimension. So like there and there. Look at how cute. I'll do the same, put two dimensionals on this. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, this one for sure. And then I'll be right back. Just like in here somewhere. Okay, as well, I was choosing that, I just realized I didn't stamp the little sign. I thought it was just something you were going to cut out, but I forgot there's this little stamp. So I am going to try and do this. I might have to just restamp it because that's a very little guy. I had to be like right on. I don't even know if I should use a stamping press, to be honest. I feel like I should just stamp into it. So I'm going to ink this up with some VersaFine and look through it. And if I can get it right on, I'll do that. And if I need to re-stamp it and cut it out, you know, after I've done the frame, then I'll do that, okay? But I'll be right back. Y'all wouldn't believe if I didn't show you. I had to take off my glasses and get it real close to my face. Look at this. Yay! All right, that's, yes, that we need that little detail. Okay, all right, again, sentiment, I'm gonna stick that like on here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to think if I want to put my sentiment off to the side or not. All right, let me think about that for a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm doing stuff today that is just wild. I'm gonna stamp the word hello right inside. Now again, we can use a stamping tool. I think I'm just going to pop it right in there. Ink it up with like a darker pinky red color. And I am going to have to bring this down close to me. Again, we can put this, like I said, in a stamping tool. I'm just going to pop it right down here. And since I can see through this, I can see like where the ink went and how it sucked in. And there we go. Have my little hello. We're gonna have our little welcome. Let me clean up and we'll finish up. Oh, you know what? One other thing I was gonna do, just to fill in this area here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this little fence out of white paper, or maybe cut it twice and see how many we need to fill in this area here, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut a couple of these. I'm probably gonna pick up my little door, which is nice because I use dimensionals so they don't really stick super well until you really stick them down. They're very much something you can reposition. I need to see how much fence I need. Oh my gosh. So cute. And again, am I putting it to the green or I'm putting it to the white of the card? You know, it just depends. And then this little guy. Oh, that is perfect. I will use both pieces. Look at that. So cute. If you want to overlap one over the other and go that way, you know, we can definitely do that too, and that would be just there. But I think I'll put one then the other, but I will start with this one. And then I'll go put down the other guy. Right to the edge of the card, right down here, and that means we'll put that guy there too. Cute. I'm debating if I should put one on top of the other one right next to the other. It's good. Aww. Okay, sorry, I was thinking about putting the little welcome on the door, but I think I put in this junction, and actually, let me open this up again. If I pull this one over a little bit, just so that that spacing is more natural, like the one before it, like this, I think if I stick this on the fence, it'll cover that up. Perfect, okay. And you know what, I was going to put some dimensional on that little guy. Cute. And then I'll just finish gluing down my little lights here. So lots of fun ways to work with this one. I think it doesn't have to necessarily be she. If you wanted, you know, to use different colors, you can definitely change the theme. I mean, it's like a little barn. He's so cute. Little shed. Adorable. Let's put that on there. And I'm going to lean it so it's further in and then coming out right here. Does that make sense? You see how it's kind of like tucked in there? So cute. And then just a little guy over here just for funsies. And there it is. So thank you so much, Die Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have the links there for you guys. Oh, you know what? It needs to go up a little bit more, doesn't it? So it makes sense that this little piece is holding on to something up there. Good thing this glue dries super clear. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Die Press, for sending these for review. And I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.